Hi you guys. This week Courtney and I have been teaching in one of the schools here on our campus and giving them some TESOL teacher training. Basically just giving them a crash course in TESOL before these teams go out on outreach in 2 months, and where they will be doing ministry in various locations in the US, Mexico, and the Dominican Republic. And so they graciously let us come in and teach them an English lesson, and they let us record it so that way you guys can see what one of these PPP vocabulary lessons looks like. And so we took the notes from our animal lesson and we turned it into a detailed lesson plan. And then we taught that lesson to this group of students and recorded it so that way you can watch it. And you can see what a lesson like this looks like when it's actually taught. Now, as we recorded this, it's October 2020. We are still in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. And so there were certain workplace health and safety protocols in place to keep everyone safe in our classroom. So you'll notice that we all wore our trusty masks whenever we're moving around the classroom. We had to keep certain distance between the students as well as between the teachers and the students. And that's not normal. Normally, when we're not in a pandemic, we would have much less space between ourselves, the teachers, and our students. And we would also mingle with our students much more than you'll see in this video. That's one unique thing that you'll notice about this particular lesson. Another thing is the group of students that we have. So this is a very simple lesson about animals. It's something that you would expect to teach to children, but you might be unsure whether adults or advanced students would find this lesson interesting at all. But you'll remember that we designed this lesson with mixed levels in mind, meaning that we could have beginners or advanced or anyone in between in this lesson. So although it's a very simple lesson, we actually had a classroom on this particular day full of advanced English speakers. Now, a number of these students spoke English as their second language. However, all of these students were advanced in their speaking of the language. And there's a lot that you can glean from a video like this. However, one of the things I hope you see is that a simple English lesson, when done correctly, can be super creative, it can be very fun, it can be very interactive for students no matter what age they are and no matter what level of English they are. This lesson was fun, it was interactive, we had competitiveness, we had laughter, we were noisy. This is everything that we love to see in an English lesson. So watch the lesson, compare what you see in the video to what we planned for on our lesson plan. Maybe try and see where did we follow the plans that we had made, or where did we do something unique just for that particular moment or that set of students. And so I'm gonna get out of the way now so you can watch this lesson, and then we'll talk about it a little bit on the other side. See you soon.
I'm going to have you wear a couple hats today. For those of you who don't know that expression, that means that you do multiple things. So I'm going to have you wear 2 hats. The first is a student hat, which I'm going to ask you to put on when we're doing this lesson, because I want you to see this lesson through the eyes of a language learner, not as a teacher. After our lesson, I'm going to have you take off that student hat and then put on a teacher hat, and we are going to reflect on the lesson that you have just went through. All right, does that make sense? We good? Okay, are you ready to be language learners? Yes. Awesome. So we are going to get up and move around the room during our lesson, so please make sure that you have your masks, because I don't want to get people sick. So please wear your mask while we're up and around. And Andy and I are going to co-teach this lesson. And there's a reason why we co-teach. It's because, one, it's easier. If you have things that you're putting on the board, use the person next to you. Okay, that's really good. It also kind of takes the pressure away from you being the only person talking. And then if your co-teacher sees something that you miss, then they can be like, hey, you missed this, let's do this. And they can just pick it up and go with it. And so you'll see us team teach often. like we've been doing in the last 2 sessions. So you'll see that again here in an English lesson. So let's begin, shall we? We're going to do this first activity in your seats, so you can actually take off your masks for now. And we are going to do this activity as a class. So I have a box, and in my box is something that I'm going to have you guess. Now, when you are asking a question that we're going to answer, it has to be a yes or no question. But when you ask this question, you're trying to think of, one, what is this? What is this thing in this box? And you can't just ask outright, is it a house? No. We want you to ask questions about what are its characteristics? What does it look like? Does it have wheels? Does it have wings? Now, you cannot look in the box. That would be cheating. When you shake the box, please hold both ends because it could fall out and then the game would be ruined. You have up to 20 questions to figure out what is in this box. So that means that not everyone is going to have a question. If your question ends in a yes, we will put that clue under our yes column. And if it ends in a no, then we'll put that clue under the no column. All right. Can anyone explain to me quickly what this activity looks like?
20 questions again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what kind of questions are we going to ask?
Yes or no questions.
Okay. All right. Now, do you want to hand this around and then I will write yes or no?
Let's think about a question, people.
Who wants to start?
Let's think. All right. Let's see.
Is it in a square shape?
No.
Guys, see it?
Go ahead and pass that box.
I'll answer the group, not you guys. Is a toy a good question to ask? Is it a toy? No, because that's very generalized. You probably know. Okay, answer. That was my one question. Okay.
You can get it down to a category, like what it's used for.
Is it useful? Or how about that?
All right.
Okay. Is it a household item? Is it a household item?
No.
Okay. What was the question? Okay, that's fair.
We have a guy who likes to collaborate here. That's really good.
It's quite heavy. Is it used for entertainment?
I would say yes.
What is
Oh.
Come on, Rebecca. Is it a mammal?
It is a mammal.
Good question.
Well, that's entertaining.
Okay, so it's definitely your Would you hunt this animal?
Huh? Wait, everyone listen.
Would you hunt for this animal?
Yes.
Oh! Okay, that narrows it down a lot. Okay, let's really think, people.
All right.
Is it in Montana?
Would it hunt us?
It is a hunter.
Is it a bear?
What was that?
How big things is a bear?
It does have big fangs. Yeah.
It's a bear.
Dude,
Is it a bear?
it's a mouth. Wait, shake that thing like.
All right. What is the general idea that you guys have that this thing is?
Bear.
It's a bear.
I'm going to have you open up our box.
It's gonna be like a raccoon or something.
What is it? It's a bear.
Well done. Well done. Oh, that was, you guys, you worked together and you did it. Yes, it is a bear. All right, so at your tables, I want you to discuss the strangest animal you have ever seen. This does not have to be with your physical eyes. This could be if you're watching a documentary or found something on Google or YouTube. But what is the strangest animal you have ever seen? I'll give you 2 minutes. Go ahead and talk. I think they'd be excited about it. All right, you guys, let's hear some animals. What is the strangest?
Blobfish.
Blobfish. Yeah, those are gross.
A water bear.
A water bear. Those could survive anything. Oh, look them up. They are amazing.
One time I was at Flathead Lake, sitting at this little beach, and this crazy thing started swimming towards shore, and I was like, what the heck is that? And then it gets to shore, and it looks like this giant rat thing. It was like this big, it had a long rat tail, and I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck is that? And then it goes back under the water for multiple minutes, and then pops back up, so I don't know what it was.
Was it a muskrat or a marmot? Oh, no. That's not okay. It's not okay. It would have been even stranger for a Portuguese man of war. Oh, those are cute. Those are really cute. They're like a gecko-like thing. I've never known how to say that word. All right. Last one.
A naked neck chicken.
A naked neck chicken. Oh, that's actually really cute. Wow. That is the first time I have ever seen that animal. Thank you for that. All right. So today we are going to learn or revisit some animals that you may already know. So if you know these things, that is awesome. If these are new to you, that is also awesome. But I'm going to introduce you to a few animals. And I would like you to repeat after me when I ask you to. All right? This is a giraffe. What is this?
It's a giraffe.
All right. This side of the room, what is this?
Giraffe.
Okay, this is a giraffe.
Yay. Woo. Yeah, that's that.
I've picked all the best pictures. So this is an elephant, everyone. This is an elephant. What is this?
It's an elephant.
This is a...
Elephant.
All right.
Aw, it's a thing.
This is an orangutan, everyone. This, his name may be Brandon. This is an orangutan. What is this, my friends?
Orangutan.
Maybe. You'll see. All right. This is an owl, my friends. This is an owl. What is this? Owl. All right. Wait, what is this? Owl. Okay, just making sure. I guess this one goes first. This is a chipmunk. This is a chipmunk. Yes. Everyone, what is this?
A chipmunk.
Very nice. This is a platypus. They're very cute. This is a platypus. My friends, what is this?
A platypus.
Perry's on you. He's waiting for Perry.
This is an ostrich, my friends. Yes, this is an ostrich. What is this?
An ostrich.
All right. This is a polar bear. I know. This is a polar bear. What is this?
A polar bear.
Is he upside down in that picture?
He is, which will be useful information in one of our activities.
He's on his polar.
This is a lion, everyone. This is a lion. What is this?
A lion.
All right, let's quiz you just to see. All right, you ready? What is this? We're going to do it all together.
Platypus, lion, orangutan, owl, giraffe, owl, giraffe, elephant, ostrich, polar bear,
And
lion.
all right, you got this. You are solid. All right, so I'm going to now have you all put your masks on and stand up in a gigantic circle oval thing, facing inward. And I will come join you with my own mask. Oh. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So, the rules of this activity are, don't intentionally throw this hard at someone. Guys, this activity is a toss the ball activity, and that you are trying to recall what animals we just learned. All right, so in this activity, when you throw the ball, you have to say a name of one of the animals that we just covered. And the person who receives the ball will say that same name of the animal that you just said, and then they will choose a different animal and throw it to the next person.
Now, I'm embarrassed to admit that right here, one of our cameras stopped working. So that means that for the rest of the lesson, there's only one camera view at a time. And so you won't be able to see everything that's happening in the room. However, I think you'll still have a good idea of what's happening and how Courtney is rolling out these activities and what the experience was like for these students.
Okay, just as a reminder, we are going to throw the ball. When you throw the ball, you say the name of the animal. The person who catches that ball will say the same name, and they will choose another animal to say and then throw it to the next person. So I'm going to say lion.
Lion. Elephant.
Giraffe.
Oh,
We have to say the name of the
go ahead and toss it back.
Every single one that they said too?
Just no, not all the ones before, but just this one person before. You don't have to remember everything that everyone says. All right, so he said elephant. So then you can throw it. Watch out for the fan as well.
Okay.
Giraffe. Owl.
Owl, orangutan.
Oh.
Bro.
Oh God.
It's a really soft ball. You're good.
Orangutan.
Did we already say that one?
That's okay. That's all right. You can still say it.
Giraffe.
Yeah.
Polar bear.
Polar bear.
Lion. Lion. Platypus. Whoa.
Oh my.
Oh!
That was a good throw. That was a good one.
Platypus, polar bear.
We'll do two more.
Bear, owl.
Last. Your staff, I'm telling you, your staff is like amazing.
Man, I can't believe
Yeah. Oh, your one-on-one could be interesting later. All right, last one. I don't even know what animal he said. So, what animal did you say? You can pick one.
Okay. Platypus. Orangutan.
All right, this will be our last one. So you're going to pick whoever you throw it to will be the last person to receive it.
She said orangutan.
Orangutan.
Okay, orangutan, lion.
Nice. All right, well done. So, you go ahead and throw it. So now I'm going to split you into two teams. and we are going to do another activity. So, I'm going to have you over, be a team, and you over. You're going to be one team, and you're going to go stand on that side of the room.
We get staff. We have power.
Okay. You all are going to be on the other team, and you are going to be in this area. I'm going to head back up. Keep your masks on. All right. We are going to do another activity that involves our animals. All right. So, we know what animals we covered, correct? So I'm going to erase the names, and I want you to recall those names for me. We are going to do an activity that's called Tic-Tac-Toe. You are going to be X's, you are going to be O's, and I would like you as a team to decide on which square you pick, and whatever square you pick, you have to use that animal and a verb in a sentence. So I'm going to take this one, and you may not use it. The giraffe is yawning. The giraffe is yawning. And it actually has to be something that the animal is doing in the picture. So you're going to have to get real creative with some of these. All right. So, again, you are trying to get 3 X's or 3 O's, either diagonal or vertical or horizontal. Okay. Are you ready? Is this a competitive group? Yeah. All right. All right. There's always one that's not competitive. All right. X's. Which animal would you like to choose first, and what sentence are you going to use? They're X's. Isn't that the thing? Oh, no. I'll use it next time. All right, X's. What say you?
We have chosen the lion is smoldering.
I would say that's pretty accurate. The lion is smoldering. All right.
Yes.
O's. It is up to you now. What do you choose?
Okay.
All right, you got it?
Yes.
Okay.
The owl is squinting.
The owl is squinting. Okay, I'll accept that. X's. The pressure is on. All right.
We have chosen the ostrich is glaring.
The ostrich is glaring. I'll take it. All right, O's. Yes.
The polar bear is rolling.
The polar bear is rolling. X's, you've been blocked, so choose.
This is just a team that's skating.
All right.
The platypus is peeking.
He's peeking. Oh, yeah, he looks to be peeking. You're right.
Got messed up.
O's? O's? It's okay. Let's keep going.
Can I do the orangutan? I really want to do the orangutan.
We'll talk with your team.
Can I do the orangutan?
Orangutan is gawking.
Gawking. Gawking is a great word. O's. You didn't let that lord over. You guys took it. Well done.
You're welcome. Hey, look, we lost.
All right. It's okay. X's. What would you choose?
The chipmunk is
Gorging his face.
Gorging his
yes.
face. I like that. I like that.
She likes that.
I do. I love your creativity. I love it. All right. Well done. This game may not have ended how you thought it would, and that is okay, O's. That is okay. You did well. So here, we're going to do another activity. We have now, with the help of my fellow teacher, placed these animals around the room. I know. It was a miracle. It happened while you weren't looking. All right. I'm going to split you into 3 groups. So can the first 4 people from this group come stand here in the middle? And the first 5 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you 5, come on up here and you're going to join this group to make a 3rd group. All right? So we are going to split into 3 groups. And I want you to imagine, if you will, that you are at the zoo. How many people have been to a zoo? Okay. What I want you to imagine is that you are at the zoo with a group of friends. And you are going to be walking around the zoo looking at the different animals that are there. Now, can somebody read what's on the screen for me so that everyone can hear?
Name the animals and what they are doing using as many words as possible.
All right. So, can you guys, everyone else listen, can you guys read the intermediate group's assignment?
Describe the animals using as many descriptive words as possible. What colors? What emotions do they have?
All right. So you guys are going to be using descriptive words. All right. Can somebody read the advanced task?
Discuss where in the world the animals come from and the moral dilemma of animals living in cages versus in the wild.
We just went there. All right. So, in your groups, because, go ahead and listen, please. In your groups, because you all have like a really good language ability, I don't want it just to be like rote, the animal is staring. Okay, I want you to think of those descriptive words, if you're in that group, of what the animal could be thinking or what the animal could be feeling. All right. We are going to take just a few minutes, and I want this group to go ahead and start at the back to give each other some space. I'm going to have you guys start right up here. There's should be one here, and then you're going to rotate that way. This group, my beginner group, you guys are going to be in the very back over there to give each other space. And you guys can rotate as soon as you are done talking about that animal. Just make sure that you are giving each other plenty of space as you walk around. Your task begins now.
I think so too.
Watching a seal.
If you need to switch, go ahead and you can switch. Rotate clockwise. You have 1 more minute. 1 more minute. All right, my friends, go ahead and return to your seats. Go ahead and return to your seats, and we will continue. Nothing says you love someone more than being able to debate civilly. So well done for my advanced group. Can I just hear from a few people? What is your favorite animal that we have covered today? Yes.
An elephant.
The elephants. Okay.
Owl.
The owl.
I like the little chipmunk guy.
The chipmunk. Okay. Yeah, he's really cute. Spence? It doesn't. No, it's an egg-laying mammal. It's weird.
Well, this actually goes back to the box, the bear.
The bear. Yeah, I like the bear. Was there another person? Yes.
He's a little ugly, but the orangutan has my heart.
Yeah, I would agree.
He's bald.
And then they get to be real hairy later on in life. It's a weird thing, you know? All right. So, well done. I want you to take off your student hats now. And I want you to put back on your teacher hat. And we're going to reflect back on this lesson. All right? As teachers now, not as students.
All right, and so that is where we ended this lesson. We had several extension activities planned just in case, but we did not have to use any of those extra activities because right there, that was about 45 minutes into the lesson, and that was all the time that we had to fill. Courtney, you may have noticed, even cut some of her wrap-up activity, which was a think, pair, share, and she actually cut out the thinking and the pairing, and she just went right into sharing in order to wrap up that lesson nice and quick right at the end. And you may have noticed other ways that we modified this lesson, where we didn't do something that we had planned, or maybe we added something new that wasn't actually in our lesson plan. And that's a normal part of lesson planning and lesson teaching. That's why we refer to teaching more like jazz music than classical music. So in classical music, I would need to play every single note in my music that was prepared for me, and I better not miss anything, I better not make a mistake. But in jazz music, you're much more free to ad-lib and to play those notes that weren't planned and to go off on that solo. When you're playing jazz, you're given music to play, but you're given the freedom to make it your own and to really make it fit that moment in the room. And that's what lesson planning is all about. It's a process for thinking about the activities I want to do and planning out everything about my lesson in detail, but then in the moment to have the freedom to do really what's needed or really what I want to do in the classroom. And Courtney modified her lesson slightly, but she hit all of her learning outcomes. She hit all the goals and the destinations that she wanted to make for this lesson. She did all those things, but it would have been really difficult without having a detailed lesson plan to follow. So that's it. I hope you found this interesting. I hope you found it enlightening to see how this paper lesson plan turns into an actual experience inside the classroom. And we look forward to doing more of these demo lessons with you in the future. All right, take care.